I like actually can't believe this happened. Like literally, I was dressed up for my date and guess what happened? We sat down and he said he was gonna go to the bathroom and then he left. I'm actually confused. I'm thinking that he probably saw my dress and thought I was probably overdressed or something. I don't know why I put in so much effort all the time and go all out just for this to happen at the end of the day. So at this point, I feel like if I wore sweats, it would have been a better outcome. So yeah, this is my Cinderella moment where I just really don't get my Prince Charming at the end of the day. So that's a sad reality.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Miss Kafwe. So in this video, we are talking about the first dates that went terribly wrong. Ladies, I'm sure we have a lot of stories about first dates that went terribly wrong. Hey ladies, this video is kinda long, I won't lie. But oh my god, the tea in these videos, oh my god, this is a tea you cannot miss. How can you miss this tea? Like, come on. So ladies, get comfortable, grab your popcorns or whatever, or continue doing whatever you're doing. But ladies, let's jump right into this video and then I'll be back to give my take on it. It will still be here. Please stick around. Anyway, ladies.
So I just saw this woman sharing her dating experience, and I'm going to play a clip of that in just a minute, but let me give you guys a quick backstory. So this woman goes out on a date with this man. He lives an hour away. They end up going to lunch, something simple, basic conversation, that's fine. He calls her the next day and is like, I'd like to see you again. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So he drives again an hour out of the way to come to visit her, and he comes to her house. And she's like, you know what, there's a great event going on nearby that we should go to. I'll even buy the tickets. He's like, no, I don't really want to do that. I'll probably get over there way too late to do that. So anyway, he arrives at her house and they're like sitting outside at first, and he's like, it's hot out here. So then he, she invites him in. He comes in and he immediately gets comfortable, puts his feet up on her coffee table, grabs a beer out of the fridge, and she's just like looking at him like, man, he got comfortable in my house quick. So she's like, trying to suggest different things they should do, and he keeps saying, no, I'm comfortable right here. Anyway, as a matter of fact, you're out of beer. And she's like, what? So child, she's like puttering around her house, folding laundry and all of this. She goes to her bathroom, her private bathroom in her house that she pays for. And this is what she finds.
I go in my ensuite, my bathroom in my private bedroom, and I notice there is a toothbrush and an extra bar of soap in my bathroom on the counter. So I said, is that yours? Knowing it was. And he said, oh yeah. He said, I was just going to stay over. He says, long drive. I said, it's only an hour. It's not a long drive. Date number 2.
Can you imagine? This man done helped himself, got his raggedy bar of soap, and put his toothbrush next to hers on a second date, talking about, I'll just spend the night. oh, no, you won't.
I'd had all the acting polite that I could take, and I just let him have it. I said, you're rude. You don't have any dating etiquette. You don't have any house manners.
And so the man says, I have a good job. And she says, look around. I have a good job too. This big house that you're sitting in, all these pretty things all around here, that's all me. So get out. The thing about it is, some of these men, they feel like they should get a return on their investment. That man took her to lunch the day before, and he thought that earned him a night's stay at this woman's house the very next day. This man with a good job felt like he needed to get more. Like he paid for more for that cheap lunch, that cheap, simple lunch. What makes you think you're going to just put your toothbrush in somebody's home? Like some of these, the audacity. It's so rich, it's so thick, it's potent. Like you can cut it with a knife. If I told you ladies once, I will tell you again, and I will tell you over and over and over again until you get it. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to make a man comfortable. As soon as you're uncomfortable, let it go. As soon as that man was acting like he didn't have anything planned on the second date, he just wanted to lay up in your house, soaking up your AC, playing on your TV all day, got his feet up on your coffee table and all that. As soon as she felt uncomfortable, she should have told him to leave. You know what? This isn't working out. But she waited until she couldn't take it anymore. That toothbrush and that bar of soap was a deal breaker. But ladies, don't feel like you have to be nice. As soon as you're uncomfortable, call it. You don't owe this man anything. He drove an hour there and he could drive an hour back. He's not spending the night at your house on no second date because he took you to lunch yesterday. Man, so what about that lunch? Give him his money back if that's what he needs, but don't let somebody just make you feel uncomfortable in your own home.
I'm at this cafe that I really like, and I'm witnessing a first date. He came a little bit earlier, so he got himself a coffee, and then she came, and she went inside to get herself her drink. I think this is so unattractive that he didn't even go inside and get her a bottle of water. I think it's just such a turn off.
Is this a classic case of love bombing, or do you think that she could possibly be overreacting?
After our first date, we went like on some little walk by the pond, real cute. And the next day, he sent me like a full spa care package. For what?
Like what?
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Care package?
A spa care package. I'm talking about like facials, deep stone massage, everything. After one date. That right there is a red flag to me now. Like when people start giving you big packages and big presents like so early on, that's a red flag. That's the beginning of love bombing.
There are men out there who definitely do love bomb women. They're telling you on the very first date they know what your kids are going to look like. Telling you on the first date they're going to marry you. Or they think they might be in love with you. Because they want to get you comfortable as quickly as possible so they can reach their ultimate goal. If all they want to do is sleep with you, they don't want to wait 3 or 4 months or however long you want to wait. They're trying to make you feel like, you know what? Yes, I'm the one. Break your rules for me. Forget your boundaries. It's me, baby. The man you're waiting for all your life. I'm him. That's what they want you to think. So yeah, they're going to rush a timetable. But there's a difference between a man like that and a nice man or a generous man. It's good that we're on the internet and women are on here learning about these different tactics that some men use. The love bombing, the breadcrumbing, the ghosting. Like you're learning about narcissistic tendencies in men. It's good that you're on here learning. But not every man you meet falls into one of those categories. I know the raggedy ones are always barking the loudest. They're always in somebody's comment section. They always got a podcast mic in front of them, okay? So I get it. I can see how you could think that there are quite a few men out there who aren't good men, but there are some good ones out there as well. You can't just lump them all into the same category. At least find out which one he is before you disqualify him.
I just went on a first date. Honestly, it was terrible. It stunk. Literally. I match with a lady on a dating app, and I see this lady looking very cute in her sundress, holding her dog in the photo, and I see her prompt on her profile, and it says, "Tell me about the last show that you watched." And I responded, "MasterChef! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point." She responded saying, "Don't judge me, but I've never seen MasterChef before." And now, I thought in my head, ha 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 ha, great joke, lady, you're so funny. Who hasn't seen MasterChef before? Then she says, "No, I genuinely have never seen it before." And I'm thinking, haha, is it too late to unmatch now? All jokes aside, I said, let's change that. I asked for her number and we started texting. We've been texting for a couple days back and forth saying, "Hey, what are you doing today? How was your day? How was your week? What are you having for dinner? What are you having for lunch? Oh, you're having snack right now? That's crazy. Me too." I cut the small chat and I said, "Hey, let me take you out for dinner. Let's grab Mexican food. I'll pick you up at 7 o'clock so that we can get to the restaurant by 7:30. She said, "Perfect." Picked her up. She was looking very lovely, very nice. And we went to the restaurant and I got tacos. She got a burrito and we're just having a great time. When she's a few bites into her burrito, she goes, "Can I just excuse myself for a second? I'm going to go use the restroom real quick." I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Do your thing. See you in a bit." No problem. So she comes back from the bathroom and says, what did I miss? And I said, only the whole entire synopsis of MasterChef. You missed it. Sorry. Then she goes, okay, well, I guess we'll have to watch it sometime. And then I asked her, what shows do you watch, lady? And she says, I am more of a bachelorette person. I've been keeping up with the show for a while now, and it's my favorite thing before bed. And I was like, oh, wow, how cool, lady. I said, how about this? Let's watch an episode of MasterChef, and if you don't like MasterChef, we'll watch an episode of The Bachelorette. Deal? She said, can we have popcorn? I said, yes. Then she said, deal. So I invited her over to my place. I started making the popcorn, and then we sat down in the living room on the couch. She kept making twists and turns in the couch to get comfortable, which is totally fine. But when she moved, she was making a noise that I was unfamiliar with. Like, my couch is fully functional, but she was making some strange noises when she was moving. So I was like, are you good, lady? She was like, yeah, I'm totally good, just getting comfortable. How long have you had this couch, by the way? It's kind of springy. And I'm like, springy? I've only had it for a couple of years. I don't get why it's springy. And then it all starts to click. Her moving around started to emit an odor. She was farting in my couch and kept moving to disguise the sound of blaming it on my couch on her flatulence. The smell was so foul that I almost passed out from how bad it was. I was like, lady, you need to control yourself. Do you need to use the bathroom? And I literally asked her, and I was like, are you all right? Do you need to use the restroom? Is everything okay? She's like, yeah, I think the Mexican food really did a number on me. Can I use your bathroom really quick? I was like, yeah, go for it. It's all yours. Have fun. I go prep the popcorn. I'm getting ready for our show watching. I'm on the couch. I opened up the Tubi app, and she comes out of the bathroom, comes over to me, and she says, what's Tubi, bro? Bro? You calling me bro? So I said, what's Tubi, bro? There are over 75 million monthly viewers on Tubi. How do you not know what Tubi is? He goes, I haven't really heard of Tubi, but whatever works. I said, Tubi is more popular than the number of bad dates that happen every month. She goes, are you saying that this is a bad date? Do you think that we're on a bad date right now? Why would you say something like that? I said, well, I just think that there's something in the air. She did not like that. She was like, that is so rude. You were so disrespectful. I'm going to go home. I'm calling an Uber. I said, lady, I just wanted to be transparent and honest with you. There is nothing wrong with farting, but I would like a notice at least, please. So I just wanted to be transparent. The least I could do is offer you a ride home and take you home safely. She said, fine. The entire car ride was dead silent. Dead silent. So now that I'm back home, I probably won't be seeing or hearing from her again, but boy, did she blow me away. Bye-bye, tata.
He definitely had a black girl fetish. I went on a date yesterday with a man that was not my race. He was very much, okay, me and him, we're just talking, just chatting. I was like, you know what, let me just do something a little spontaneous for the plot. He's like, oh yeah, I want to take you out. Let's go grab some drinks and some tacos. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Okay, cool. The crazy part is that I really did not want to go. Like, I didn't want to go at all. I was just trying to do it for the plot. We're supposed to meet at 9:30 p.m. And prior to the day, the man was already blowing up my phone, just calling me. He called me, say, oh, I'm gonna be in my suit because I'm just coming out of work, meeting, something. So wear a cheeky dress, wear a cute little dress, something. I was like, okay, cool. I ended up wearing a cute little dress. Literally, I wore this dress, okay. As I'm on my way, he calls me again, and then he asks me, oh, what would you like to drink? And I'm in my head, I'm like, come on, love you, no drink me, don't go and poison me. Like, no, I'm like, and then I told him, I'm like, no, I'll wait till I get there before I order my drink. Like, I'm literally like 3 minutes away. There's no rush. You know what I'm saying? I get there, boom, boom. He already was looking at me from outside the window. So he came outside to like open the door and do his little one too, I guess. So I was just like, okay, cool. That did not impress me. That's normal. I'm sorry. That's the bare minimum. Get there, order my espresso martini. He's already done with his own espresso martini. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you just got here. At first, he's a vibe. But then after like maybe like 10, maybe 20 minutes, he starts with the sexual talk. Oh my God. I just met you, bro. So I'm just like, okay, you're funny. You know, I'm already getting uncomfortable, so I'm already looking at the time like, all right, cool, I'm about to figure out a little escape plan. He's reaching for my hand / my thighs, and I'm just like, I don't know if you're trying to be romantic because you already started talking of all this sexual nonsense. Because he was like, oh, I'm the type of person, I feel like, oh, I need to taste before I, get into a relationship. Hey! Like, no, sir, that ain't what we doing over here. I actually tell him, I'm like, okay, I don't think this is what we should be talking about on the first day, especially because like I just met you for real. Every time he finishes talking about anything sexual, he will go like, you should come see my balcony after this. You should come see my balcony after this. And I'm like, only balcony? Which one? What is balcony? What is balcony doing for you? I was like, okay, like what's your thing with balconies? He was like, oh, I just love balconies. Hell no. You want to push me? Or do you think any action is going to happen on that balcony? Which one is it? Because none of the above is going to happen in the name of Jesus. You are sick. He's coming closer and trying to kiss me. Oh my God. You guys, I just remember something. One moment, he tried to lock eyes with me and then he came close. I did not like that, y'all. And then he was like, I feel like women only restrict men from sex, men that they don't like from sex. And then he was asking me, oh, do you like me? Do you find me attractive? Some. And I'm just like, bro, chill, bro. And then, y'all, he was so conceited. As I just told you guys that he would ask me, oh, do you think I'm attractive? He would answer it by himself. He'd be like, I know you think I'm attractive. I know you think I'm like, if only you knew how hard I was cringing at you right now, you would literally go home and never go on a date ever again. At this point, I started telling him, oh yeah, like, let's get the waiter, let's go, let's leave. I don't even think it was up to like 45 minutes. So next to us, there was a rooftop bar or whatever. So he wanted to go to the rooftop bar and keep drinking. Oh, Emiko, I did it all. But with my homegirls, I get lit. But I don't know you, so I'm not getting that lit with you, So we end up going to the rooftop because I wanted to see the rooftop anyway. And then this guy tries to kiss me again. You guys, I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know what warranted this, but he started saying the N-word. This is when I lost it. And then I'm like, don't say that to me. Are you crazy? Are you sick? Like, don't say that to me. What if I knock you out right now? We were literally on a rooftop. If I push you over this rooftop now, cause of that, you said the N-word. So yes, that was my last straw. I was like, okay, yeah, like I want to go, I want to leave. So on our way downstairs, he's still trying to convince me to go, to his house and see his balcony or whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm not trying to go see your balcony, whatever. So he gets irritated, he gets angry, and then he walks off, or like we both part ways and walk off. I'm like, no, I'm walking to my car. He's not saying anything. We don't say bye. We don't say nothing. We just part ways, and I go home and he goes home, and that's it. That was literally the end of the date, you guys. He didn't even last 24 hours. I personally don't think I would be trying that again. Like, I couldn't even stand his sight. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was corny and very, very egotistic. I don't know. Maybe that will, I don't know. And then he was making like several racist comments. He was like, I thank God you're not ghetto, like, I'm like, what do you mean? I've only encountered racism in my comment section, but seeing it in real life is crazy. Right in front of my koro eyes like this. Hey, I barely knew this man for like 24 hours. Oh my God. And I even forgot to mention, this man gonna smack my nyash. He gonna try to smack my nyash. I think that was the moment where I decided, okay, now it's time to freaking leave because this man is crazy. I don't know you. Anyway, that's the end of this story time. I will see you guys in my next video.
Y'all not gonna believe what he did on this date. Y'all check this shit out.
Worst first date ever. He he would not get off his phone when I got there.
Red flag.
He even brought his baby that he didn't tell me about.
What?
What are you gonna get to eat?
I think I'm gonna get the full rack of ribs.
Are you sure you don't want a salad?
No, I think I want the ribs. Well, if you forgot your wallet, you can just like Venmo me or Cash App me. That's fine.
Sorry, I don't have Cash App. Where am I going?
You ain't got what? Oh, baby, them hands work just like money. He'll be back there washing them dishes.
Like your bank account, you can just transfer the money to me.
Here you go. Waiting for a check to pay.
Oh, hell no. He got more excuses than the news have stories.
And sorry, what was the last thing you asked me for?
A little bit carrots.
Oh, carrots. Yes, gotcha. Well, honestly, I feel like you invited me here. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay.
If you ain't got no money to pay for your bill on a date, you shouldn't be dating no goddamn body. And you done brought a whole baby on our date? Girl, block his ass and never talk to him again.
You don't want to add on any calories, do you?
Taking me here.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll get those going and then I'll come back and grab your order.
Thank you very much. All right, so I liked what she had mentioned about the scallops. I thought that sounded really good. You know, I'm a big seafood fan, so I think I'm going to do that.
Let me order for you. I'll surprise you. I know what you want.
I hate surprises. You know this place better than me, so.
Yes, I do. You don't want to.
You don't like red wine? Not good here or something?
Well, you don't want to add on any calories, do you?
No, but I mean, we're on a nice little date, so I think I can ignore it for now.
I'll order you a drink that'll suit what you're looking for.
What the hell am I looking for?
Something with less calories.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, wine does have a lot of sugar. Oh.
I tend to know what women like.
Yeah? Well, that's good. That's good, because not many guys do.
Well, I'm definitely a cut above the rest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with.
She's actually going to have what I'm going to have.
What's that?
I'm going to have the.
Either one of you like to add soup or salad tonight?
Yeah, I was gonna do the soup, Is that okay?
That's fine.
Oh my god. I can't even talk. Okay, I can't even order.
Updates it.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take care of my bill because
I do mind. I will go ahead and take care of it.
No. Listen, I've had an experience like this in the past, and I do not want to repeat. So I will definitely.
Well, that's not me. It will not embarrass me.
Okay, it's not an embarrassment. Like I can also just cash out you.
No, it is. It's very much an embarrassment.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Let's just not make a scene. I forgot you like to open the door. Thank you. That's really nice of you. All right, I'm just gonna run into the car. If that's okay.
No, it's not.
Oh my God. Okay. I could have gotten in there a lot faster if I just ran.
The gentleman has to get the door.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
So I'm supposed to be on my way to a date, but he just texted and canceled. His reasoning being that he's starving and could not wait till the time we were supposed to meet to eat. He texted me and he said, I'm really hungry. I can't wait. So I text back like, I'm about to get dressed. And then he said, well, can we just reschedule because I cannot wait. Mind you, it was 7:30 when he texted me and we were supposed to meet around 8:30. And I'm thinking, like, are you serious? Like, eat a snack. Text me, like, what am I doing tomorrow? Can we reschedule for tomorrow? Now, my first thought is to be like, not even respond and just leave him on red. But I'm always known to not give people a second chance. This is a first date. We met on Bumble. I honestly don't even know what to respond because I'm annoyed. I started getting ready at like 5:30. It's not just like I put myself together. This is dumb. Like, this is inconsiderate. And you're not starting off on the right foot. And you asked me 2 days in a row to go out. I don't know what to respond. It's like a nice way to just be like, no, thank you. Like, I'm good. Or should I just like chalk it up to he was really hungry, couldn't wait, and I should give it a second chance. Anyway, tell me your thoughts.
Now, truthfully, he doesn't deserve an explanation. This man canceled a date 1 hour before it's actually supposed to start for a very avoidable reason. At your big age, you don't know how to manage your hunger? You had an 8:30 date and you couldn't figure out what you should be eating leading up to the date to make sure that you weren't starving by the time the date was supposed to start. This is a lame excuse that I don't even believe, and I don't think you believe it either. Don't ignore this obvious red flag. There is something about it, your intuition, your discernment, something is screaming at you that something about this isn't right. If you feel like you have to respond, I would say something like this. The man for me isn't somebody who easily reneges on his obligations. He doesn't easily break plans. Not with me. So since that's the kind of man that you've already proven yourself to be, I already know it's not a match, so I'm going to unmatch you. At the very least, he's proven himself to be somebody who is very inconsiderate of your time and of your effort. And to me, that's good enough to be a deal breaker. It is for me. You're going to have to decide for yourself if it is for you as well. And I low-key feel like he had some kind of other plan or something else fell through. It just seems the excuse seems very lazy. Like, does he have a wife and something happened? Does he have a girlfriend? It just seems really like suspect that you were excited about this woman just 2 days ago. But now you're going to let a little thing like hunger keep you from going out with this woman? I don't buy it.
Okay, reason 362 why you will never catch me on Hinge. And I know my friends are watching this thinking, but you said no. Even thinking about it, I'm still embarrassed, yeah? So when I was on that app, I used an alias because some people are on the app to be agents of chaos. I don't need people thinking that I'm on what they're on. So once you pass the stages of us talking and me actually exchanging my real digits, then I will say, hey, my name's Glory. The name I used was Liar, Liah, and it was an inside joke between me and myself. Because I'm a liar, and I used pictures all from my Instagram, nothing outside the Instagram, because if anyone that I know in real life is like, yo, I saw you, I'm like, what? Someone's trying to catfish me. This is not my profile, knowing damn well that's my profile. But anyway, talking to this guy now, and it's reached to the stage where we're off the app. He doesn't seem insane. He seems like a nice gentleman. And he was like, oh, I'm going to call you. But hear this. Yeah, so as I was saying, I told him that I was a receptionist at a dentist, yeah. Because that is a cute job. If you work for the right company, they'll pay you right. Do you know what I mean? That's my default. And I said, oh yeah, I don't work on Sundays because the dentist is what? Closed. But I work early on Saturdays. Told half truth because my show is on the weekend. So he's like, oh, I'm going to call you after work on Saturday. Cool. Come home from radio to then sleep, have my Saturday nap, and then he calls me. So after asking him about his day and he's like, oh, what did you do today? I said, yeah, I went to work, remember? I took my nap and everything. He said, oh, how was radio? Sorry, did you ask if I listened to the radio at work? He said, Glory, please hang up on you, because you're not about to be 10 steps ahead at my Monopoly game. This is my board game. I was caught. The player got played. So all this time he knew. And then I did some digging on Instagram. Turns out he's a mutual. He was laughing at me from the get-go. So I'm going to stick to meeting people in coffee shops, bumping into each other on the underground, me dropping my book, him picking it up and going, this is yours, and then falling in love. Let me be delusional.
I am so tired of feeling like it's never gonna be my turn to find love, and I know that someone out there knows what I mean right now. Like, I know I'm overreacting to this specific incident, but this is like the 4th time this has happened since I re-downloaded the dating apps earlier this month and decided, you know what, I'm an adult. I'm gonna try and get like an adult relationship and actually do dating for once. So we match, we talk for a while, we plan the date, right? We can't do that day, we move the date to this day, totally fine. I go, how about 5:30? Reasonable time. Let's actually get dinner. Like, let's commit to this. This seems promising. He goes, okay. Then he texts me and goes, can we actually do 6:30? Because I have a meeting. It's going to run a little long. I'll be able to do 6:30 instead. And I said, that's a little bit annoying because it's a tad bit late. I'm going to be starving, but that's fine. So today's the day, right? 5:45 rolls around. I've just finished doing my hair and makeup, and I get another text from him going, hey, I'm running late again. Could it be possible that we move the date to 7 again? So I text all my friends, both guys and girls, just to make sure I'm not crazy and go, do I allow this? And they go, no. Moving it once, maybe. Twice, that's where I would have stopped it. But a 3rd time? Absolutely not. I'm starving at this point, and that's just disrespectful of my time. So I send him a little respectful, you know what? Hey, don't even sweat it. Like, you enjoy your evening. It's pretty late already, and I am starving, so I'm just gonna eat. And he keeps texting me, and he's also like now trying to guilt trip me, being like, I'm not going to enjoy my evening. Like, but So red flag, you know, bullet dodged, I guess, in the long term. And usually I would just let it go. However, I have planned like almost 4 or 5 dates now since I re-downloaded the apps. Almost every single time, this is exactly what keeps happening. They keep pushing the date back until I just have to say, hey, I'm not going anymore. Because that's disrespectful as my time and me as a person. And like, I know this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but especially feels like it really digs into that childhood wound of like, no one's ever gonna love you. You're never gonna find anyone who loves and respects you. And it's like, why does this keep happening? Like when you make a plan and you say you're gonna show up at a certain time, and maybe it's just me, I need you to show up at that time. I need to know that you are a person of your word and that you can show up for me, especially like early on in the beginning like this. It's just a big thing for me, and like trusting people and consistency. Shout out childhood wounds. Why is it so hard to find a man who respects you and your time as a person? These are some very bare minimum standards to be setting, and why does it feel so impossible for them to meet? Like, I've had enough. I'm exhausted. It feels like there's absolutely no end in sight. Everyone on this planet deserves someone who respects them and their time and treats them well. And I'm not even asking people to like move mountains for me anymore at this point. It feels crazy. Like, these boys in dating are genuinely starting to make me feel crazy.
So I just came back on my first date, and I don't think he'll be contacting me anytime soon. It's been over 35 minutes since he dropped me off, and he still hasn't texted me yet. He showed up a little bit late, but I let that slide because he got out of the car, said that I looked nice, and then proceeded to open the car door for me. I almost gave it up then and there. That's just how low my standards are right now. We went mini golfing, and I didn't realize how cold it was outside. So he saw that, and he offered his extra jacket that he had in his backseat. We got to the mini golf course, and I was just terrible at it. So I think he noticed, and he let me win a couple of times. After golfing, we went out to eat, and the conversation was just dead. We were eating in silence. That's how bad it was. He offered to pay for dinner, so I offered to tip. And then we went out for boba, and then he took me home. And then as I was getting out of the car, I said, "Have a nice one." And he said, "You too."
So I want to share with you guys this story that I just saw because I think it's really funny. But anyway, this guy asked this woman out on a first date, and he's like, if the date goes really well, would you like to come over to my place? And she was like, well, I'll send you over my rider. And he was like, what? What exactly is a rider? And she's like, you know how a celebrity has like a list of demands that they want on hand? Well, I'll send you over my list. On the list was like a bonnet. It was like some mochi ice cream, a travel toothbrush, a travel little thing of toothpaste or whatever. And he's like, oh, that sounds fine. Sure, I'll send over the list. And so, they go on the date, and he doesn't have the things, but he says, let's go over to the local bodega to get the things. And they get the bonnet, and they get some mochi ice cream. And after that, he turns and he looks to her and he says, I hope you don't get the wrong idea about me. And she was like, what? And he was like, that I'm the kind of guy that just like buys women things. Like, I hope you're not like a gold digger. And she was like, the total of the stuff that he bought was like $12. The idea that these men think that the slightest little thing that they do equates to a woman being a gold digger, to me is like, it is baffling. Like, the fact that she would even go back to your place after it only being the first date is already crazy and already wild in my opinion. But for the low cost of like $12 to make sure that she's comfortable at your place and you couldn't do that, like, girl, they want so much for nothing. Very little effort.
You ever go out on a date and the guy just is not for you? You get back and you're like, oh my God, hell no. Don't ghost him. Have some respect for him, but also for yourself. Be a really self-assured woman. There is nothing wrong with being clear and kind. So send a message that says, hey, Billy Bob, thank you so much for the other evening. Out of respect for both of our times, I just want to let you know that this isn't something that I'm going to move forward with, but I really love meeting you and I hope you have a lovely life. Take care, all the best, love.
So it seems like your mood has changed within the last 40 minutes of us sitting here. What's going on?
We've been getting along pretty well these last 3 days. It's our first day, and the waiter or whoever he is, he tells us that it's going to be a 40-minute wait. I asked you, do you want to stay? You say yes. in a nutshell, you was on your phone, you was on your laptop, and I've been pulling at straws to get conversation from you, and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And even when I tried to holler at you or speak to you, you put your finger up. You don't think that was inconsiderate?
I mean, like, that's how I make my money.
You don't think the date started once we physically met one another in the parking lot, or you think the date starts now?
I mean, like, it starts now because I'm done talking. I mean, I had to talk to a client. I thought maybe you might be a little understanding, maybe.
I understand you got this and that going on, but I think I'm gonna pass on this date right here. And you know, it's been a pleasure that you considered even to go out with me.
He's not wrong. Everybody doesn't have to understand how busy you are as a lawyer. This is a very first date and you never get a second chance to make a first impression. He's not wrong in expecting that you would come to this date, you know, and actually be present, not just physically, but like talking to him, interacting with him. The fact that you brought your laptop on this date and you were actually working, taking work calls, you even held the church finger up while he was trying to talk to you. Girl, like if you're that busy, you are too busy to date. That would be the same advice I would give if the man was doing this. And he's right, the date should have started in the parking lot when he greeted you with that hug. Not when, you know what, I'm done with my calls, I finished this, I finished that, now we can start. Like, that's really selfish of you to think that's when the date should start. No, it started the moment you met that man. She's a lawyer, so I'm sure she can well afford her own meal at Ruth Chris, so it's not like she's using him for a free meal. But it was inconsiderate. And it's not that he was worried about you wasting his money. I think you were out here actually wasting his time. And just like how you feel like your time is valuable, so is his.
I just went on a first date, and when I tell you I can tell if I like someone in the first 15 seconds of meeting them, I'm not lying. It didn't go badly, but it definitely didn't go well. First of all, the place we went was just so weird. Just in a weird strip mall. It was a strange crowd. It wasn't my vibe at all. I walked up to him and the first thing I thought, unfortunately, was that he was not as cute in person as his photos. So that was like kind of a bummer. And I'm not gonna lie, immediately upon him opening his mouth, I was like, this man is just not for me. He was just really serious. Felt like I was almost on an interview. Like, I felt like I was talking to my coworker. It wasn't fun. It wasn't lighthearted. It wasn't bantery. It was just really serious, and all we talked about was work. And if we talk about only work on a first date, it ain't for me. Goodbye. Also, when we walked into the coffee shop, he like made this statement that he would be covering the drinks. Like, I'm sorry, did you think I was gonna pay for the coffee? Let's get this straight. If you're a man, you're paying on the first date. Number two, we're getting coffee. It's maybe $7 if you get like oat milk, which I did not. Please, am I supposed to be like super appreciative of you like getting us coffee? It was just bizarre. I went to the bathroom like 3 times, and I'm so bad at leaving dates. Like, I just get so awkward. I can talk to anyone, so let's kind of fill the space with stuff about work and life and whatever, but I knew literally immediately upon walking into this date that he was not for me, and I hate when that happens. I was literally struggling on how to leave. I went to the bathroom, then I came back out, and I didn't sit back down. And I was like, okay, well, like, it was great to meet you. And he was like, did you want to go do something else? No, dear, I do not want to go do something else. I want to go home. He was not mean. He was just not for me. Bummer, like another one bites the dust. One thing I learned from all these dates is that I can talk to anybody. I can pretty much get along with anybody for like an hour unless you're like a horrible person. Stay tuned for more first dates in the future.
So why is somebody like you single? Like, you seem like such a great person. I really am a great person. Just like all my exes are crazy. I can understand that. I have some crazy exes too. So where do you live? Well, I'm actually in between houses right now. You know how the housing market is. Yeah, it is kind of crazy right now. So where do you work? I think I love you. You love me? Like, we've been knowing each other for 45 minutes and you already love me? It's just a feeling, like, when you know. Like, where do you live? Do you have any roommates? I live by myself currently, but like, do you have a car? Yeah, I got like 3 cars, but they're all in the shop right now. All of them are in the shop. Like, how did you get here? I caught the bus, but then I ran the rest of the way. That's why I'm sweaty. So I think I've heard everything I needed to hear. Me too. Like, can I leave my stuff at your house tonight?
What would you rate me out of 10?
It's a little bit hard. I don't really like rating people.
I don't know why, but everyone always says I'm an 8. Do you watch anime?
Yeah, I watch anime sometimes.
When you watch anime, do you care more about the story or the drawing?
What's the story? I think everyone would say the story.
I knew it. But I think guys care about the drawings because they care about the appearance. And girls care about the story because they care about what's inside. That's why I would never dress up for dates.
Oh, I can tell.
What do you mean?
But you're an 8.
Everyone says I'm an 8.
You don't need to dress up?
True.
So how old are you?
I'm 26. How old are you?
22. So where do you sort of see yourself in 10 years?
And you know, I always ask myself that question, and I think I want to be a 35-year-old that can still attract 18-year-olds. I don't like girls who are over 25. When it comes to dating, I like younger girls. If they're over 25, they're too focused on the career, and they're not as attractive anyway. So I go for 18-year-olds.
18-year-old?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend was 18.
18? 7 years younger than you?
Yeah, I like that.
How long were you there?
Why does that matter?
Because I asked. He immediately got on the defense, which is a red flag for me. Are you hiding something? What's the issue with answering my questions if those things are important to me? So are you saying you just don't want to answer?
Let's move forward. And who are you?
April Michelle Butler.
And what's that mean to me?
Because I asked a question.
Why are you asking how long? Does it matter? I don't care about what you've done. I don't care about your degrees. I don't care about none of that. Because she's not finna sit down with nobody, man. She finna try to muscle somebody, put them in the headlock. No man wants to be in no headlock.
In my opinion, this is a perfect example of what a man looks and sounds like when he's with somebody that's out of his league. This woman simply asked a basic dating question. Oh, you were married for how long? And he immediately jumps to, I don't care about your degrees. Degrees? Like, who's talking about degrees? And then he's going to say, you're not about to muscle me. Who said anything about muscling you? No, you don't feel as much of a masculine man being around a woman who is more successful. So you're trying to overcompensate. Because nobody asked about her degrees and nobody said she wanted to muscle you. That's how you feel. You would feel that she'd be in control if she had that much more going on for herself than you do. These are the kind of men that are quick to designate a woman as being masculine if she doesn't bend to their will, if she doesn't immediately, quote unquote, fall in line. She's asking simple questions, but you think that you're too manly to have to answer to her. You're not answering to her, you're answering her. There's a big difference.
Like spend money to get to know you, like you know.
Cause you asked me to come here with you to get to know me. So this is your idea, not mine.
I mean, I'm not really tripping. Like, I mean, I got the money. I can pay for it. I just felt like, you know, we just vibing right now. We just getting to know each other. But I mean, no, it's all good. I mean, I get it. Like y'all female. I mean, y'all women. Like y'all, you know, like that's what y'all be on. Like, you know. So it's all good.
I don't know what you mean. That's what we be on, but because you know you ain't tripping about the money, right? So
no.
So what you tripping about?
I'm trying to figure out why it's gotta be understood that we always, as men, we gotta spend money.
Because it's understood that you had asked me to come here to spend your money.
See, that's what I'm saying. Spend your money. Like that's like what that even mean?
Yeah, because it wasn't my idea. You know what?
So where'd it go?
Oh, no.
Somebody got to pay this tab.
He went to the bathroom. He'll be back to pay it. Matter of fact, where is it? The bathroom?
It's in the bag.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Y'all, that mofo was crazy, okay? That was the worst motherfucking date I have ever been on. He's somewhere in the bathroom right now. I don't get that. I'm not going back. I'm heading to my car. Look, got hair in my lip. I can't.
My date is over. Literally 10 seconds back.
Hey guys, let me tell you something. There are some things that I don't do in
Dubai. Like if someone asks me, you know, to meet and they don't have a proper plan, I wouldn't go. Absolutely not. Because why? I'm a baddie, right? I'm a baddie. But I forgot that in London. Like in UK, I forgot that because I don't know what people are like here. Like I don't know the life. I don't know any of that stuff. So I went on this date. What I was worried about was, okay, the place that we go to, like, I hope he's not too awkward with the whole, like, bill situation. I don't mind covering it. Honestly, no problem at all because I want to go out to a nice place as well, whatever. That was my concern. You know what ended up happening? We didn't even eat. We went on a walking date. Do you want to know how many steps I hit? You will find out soon. That was not a glitch, by the way. It was actually 20,000, but 5,000 was me searching for him. The rest 15,000 was with him. So we walked for like an hour and a half. And then he was, by the end of it, we came back to our starting point and he was like, so what do you want to do next? Chill, eat. That's when it hit me that, oh, this is the date. Like what we just had was the date. Then I was like, oh, no, it's fine. Like just tell me where to grab something to eat because then I'll just get something and I'm going to go home. He was like, you didn't eat? You should have told me, you know, I would have like taken. Okay, just shut the f up because I'm about to pass out right now. Just tell me where a restaurant is. He was like, restaurants are closed. We close, like, you know, all the restaurants in UK, it closes at 10. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like. What? Shut the fuck up. So then we had to go to a grocery store. He was like, okay, I know this one grocery store that's going to be open until 11. I'll take you there and then you can get something to eat, blah, blah, blah. So we both walked another like 5 to 10 minutes. In my head even at this time, I was like, at least he walked me to a grocery store. Twinkle. Went to the grocery store. As soon as we entered, I was like, oh, I'm good now. Like, I'll get something to eat. No problem. Like, you can leave. It's okay. Yeah, I've got this. I'll just get some. He was like, yeah, okay, go ahead. I need to shop for myself as well. Like, I just need to get some stuff for home. Oh, okay. So you basically, it's not like you came to the grocery for me. You came for you and I also came for you. I said, okay. How do you go out with someone and not even ask them, have you eaten anything? Or are you okay? Do you want to stop somewhere? Do you want to grab something to eat? Like, how is that not even a question? Considering the fact that I've told a couple of times that, oh yeah, like walking is not like really my thing. I've just started now. That should be our next thought. Like, okay, I'm with someone that doesn't walk a lot. Let's grab something to eat. Nothing. I'm actually shocked that people can be this. They don't think about another person because for me, even if I was with a girlfriend, like I'm meeting a woman, the way I am with them is why I expect more from men. Even with girls, we will ask like, do you want some? Do you want to, you know, take a bite? Like, can we share a plate? So I'm very surprised that people can be like this, but also it's just a reminder to myself to stay home. But that being said, I did walk 20,000 steps. So hopefully when I come back to Dubai, I'm like fitter, you know. So that's the positive thing.
No, I'm upset because you asked me on a date and you're asking me to split the bill with you. It's a respect thing.
I just don't know you that well.
Okay, I don't know you that well, so that's completely fair, but I still agreed to go on a date with you to IHOP, and you're asking me to split the bill, and I don't think that's, like, respectful.
I would pay for you at a nice restaurant as well. Just, it's principle.
Okay, well, it's a respect thing for me, and on top of being disrespectful, I feel like you just sat here and played a slots game app literally the entire time after asking me to go on a date for the last 3 weeks.
It's called Jackpot World, and I am practicing for a tournament coming up. I told you that.
Okay, how does the slots game app on your phone help you practice for a tournament in Vegas?
It has every type of slot you would not understand.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't understand because I'm not doing that during a date. I don't want to go back and forth about this game thing, like, this whole time. I'm just saying that I would really appreciate it if you took care of the bill because you asked me out, but if you can't, that's fine.
It is 2024 and I don't know you that well. If I knew you were the type of girl to let me hit on the first date, like, maybe.
Why would you say something to me like that? Seriously. I took time out of my day to come see you. This is beyond disrespectful. Honestly, I'm getting so angry right now. I would like if you just left. I will take care of it. I really don't want to hear from you.
You'll take care of it?
Yes.
I mean, I might actually let you do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like embarrassing as hell, but honestly, like, I don't give a damn. I feel like I'm about to be stood up. So I have a date planned with this guy at 6 and it is 5:46 right now. So I was already headed toward his area. We don't text all day, which is cool with me, but like I FaceTimed him 2 times like 15 minutes ago, just like confirming because I'm on the way right now. And I haven't heard from him. I did have a missed call from him at 5:16. And so I called him back twice, like 10 minutes later, and I haven't heard from him. I texted him, haven't heard from him. So I just pulled over because I'm not about to keep driving if I don't know I'm about to meet up with you, you know? And it's raining, so I'm gonna wait. I shouldn't even be waiting. I should just go home right now, but I'm gonna wait until 6 o'clock. And if I don't hear from this man, I'm having a night in. I would usually turn this into like a solo date. I say usually. All right, guys. So he's talking about he forgot about this thing he had to go to, so he's asking me if I can meet at 8. Not really. I feel like I feel like that's kind of disrespectful. So I did not end up going home. I romanticized life, and I feel like one thing always leads to another, so I made reservations for one at a cute sushi place. So I'm about to head there now. Yeah, a date with the baddest bitch.
If you ever feel bad about yourself, just remember I once went on a date with a guy from Bumble when his profile said 43 turns out to look like 50, and I still continued the date. Then on the date he proceeds to forcefully hold my hand. He was like, "Your hand here now." When I looked surprised about it, he was like, "What? Don't you like when guys lead? Because you want me to choose the restaurant, so you want guys to lead, so I'm leading. Your hand here now." I didn't hold his hand, and then we were at the elevator and he grabbed me by my hair like this. He got surprised when I said, "I don't like it, don't do it." He was like, "Why? Why?" And the worst thing is, when I was about to leave, I said goodbye and I kind of half hugged him. He grabbed from behind and he squeezed it. So don't ever feel bad about your dates. Mwah.
Bro, it is going so bad right now. I am pulling everything out of my hat. I'm literally sitting like this, like, so what else do you like to do? She went to go use the bathroom, and I basically tried to tell her, like, hey, I don't want to waste any of your time, but if you're not interested, I'm giving you a free jail a la carte. I don't know how the fuck to say it. I'm already 3 drinks in, but she's still here. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I'm trying to get out of here, but fuck.
So, listen, I need you to answer. Tamale.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about
I
this?
didn't know.
I went on the worst date of my life last night, and I got catfished before. So if this is the worst date of my life, that says a lot. First of all, I tell my homegirl, I'm like, I really don't feel like going on this date. And she like, girl, he just graduated PA school. He is a doctor. You're going on this date. I tell him I do not like bars. I like hookah bars, hookah lounges, but I don't like bars. That's not my vibe. He takes me to a bar, and immediately I'm like, and he's like, oh, is this not your vibe? Let's go somewhere else. And we end up at a place that I know, a spot that I know that I like. Immediately, he puts his arm around me and starts taking pictures with me like I'm his wife, like I'm his woman. Mind you, this is my first time meeting this man. He is literally taking pictures of me, with me. So I'm annoyed, and I'm like looking at him like, that's weird. And he's like, what's weird? I said, it's weird that you're taking pictures of me and with me. I don't know you like that. Like, I don't. Homeboy has an attitude. He's just like, oh, that's weird? Okay. Like, he's big man. Like, big man. So the man comes to take our order for drinks. I order my drink. My go-to is lychee martini. So I order it. Then he doesn't know what he wants. So my drink comes out and he's like, oh, can I taste? I'm like, sure. And there's no straws. So he's like mouth to glass on my drink. So he's like, oh, this is really good, and orders the same exact thing. So of course when his drink comes out, I'm like, here, you take my drink, I'll take this one. I think that's fair, y'all. I personally think that's fair. But homeboy is even bigger mad. Like, he wanted me to drink off of his mouth, and I don't know why. So I'm just feeling uncomfortable. It's just weird. Conversation's going, but he's just doing too much. So by now his words are slurring. He's a little tipsy. He's like on his second, third drink. Word slurring. He's asking me the same questions that he not only asked me through text, but asked me literally 2 minutes ago. And I'm just like, it's time to go. So the question he keeps asking me is what type of men I like. And I continue to tell him, I already told you I like confident. Oh, I'm confident. I look good. I know I look good. And he's from New York. So if you know New York men, it's that type of New York man. Fast forward through a whole lot of uncomfortableness. He forces himself to hold my hand while we're walking to my car. 10 years later, we make it to my car, finally. He's asking me if I had a good time, if I think that we'll be able to go out to meet again. I'm not a fan of pissing men off, especially when there's no one else around, so I'm like, we'll talk tomorrow. And then he tried to kiss me.
If you're ever on a first date and you feel uncomfortable or you're just not enjoying yourself, then these are some tips on how to get out. Number one, if it's a thing where you guys are just not meshing, it's just not really working out, just tell him straight up, I don't think this date is working out, and just offer to pay your half of the bill. If you ain't got bill money, why did you leave your house? Because you don't know how these guys are gonna do you. Now you ain't got no transportation home because you didn't open your legs. This second one is if you're a little bit afraid, like the date still didn't go well, but it's not a thing where like it's a peak thing, but just tell him you're gonna go to the toilet, and instead of going to the toilet, sneak kind of around and go to like the restaurant host. Go to him or her and say, I'm not enjoying my date, can I just pay for my half of that table, pay for the table, and then just cut. They'll tell him that you've cut. And then number three, this last one, don't do this unless the guy's actually tapped. I would only recommend doing this to somebody that's touching you inappropriately or just making you feel uncomfortable. But girl, just pick up your stuff and leave. Obviously, don't make it too obvious that you're cutting. Pick up your coat, sneakily pick up your bag and just cut. Block him on all social media, block his number, everything. That's that. Anybody that says it is harsh, don't touch people without their permission. It's that simple. I haven't even... and you think you can touch, that's brazy. There's no conversation needed when someone touches you inappropriately.
Demanding Ubers on the first date, first couple dates when you don't know a man is cheap. I'm going to explain. As a woman, your safety is priceless. Something everyone, including men, knows. It is a very dangerous world for us. And you just compromise said safety for an Uber ride. Now let's be generous here. Maybe the Uber round trip costs $60 to $200. Is that high enough of a price to tell a man where you live? And this is the part where you guys get in the comments and say, well, I'm being quite clever. I went to the bar down the street. I went to a different neighborhood. It's not hard to figure out where you live, bitch. First of all, let's be clear that the idea that you should charge a man for every second of your time going to see him and leaving him comes from 304s. Very lovely ladies. No hate for them will be tolerated on this page. But what I'm saying is they do that because they work in a dangerous profession, and so their services come at a premium. What premium are you charging? An Uber ride and dinner? Do you think that a couple $100s is worth telling a complete stranger? A stranger who's trying to impress you by flexing his resources. And if he's not lying about those resources, who has the means to maybe do some terrible shit to you if he knows where you live? And now you say, but Alexia, that doesn't happen to most people, blah, 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 blah. Just the fact that you would sell out your location for the promise of some food and a car ride makes it seem like you don't value your safety that much. When you don't seem like you value your safety that much, you look a little cheap. Telling a man that you need certain things to be impressed doesn't make you look high value. It makes you look like you've never been around nice shit in your life. And when he knows that you've never been around nice shit, he's not whipping out the nicest whiskey in his collection to impress you. Honestly, anything over $100 will kind of get you to go. So much of the high value man dating advice is coming from girls who only saw a flash of middle tier shit before laying down to get fucked and dumped. You tell a guy too early that you'll dance for money, he's not going to throw hundreds on the stage. He knows that you'll be super excited just to see a nickel. And I'm not saying you need to date someone broke. I'm saying don't look so fucking desperate for $1. It's a bit pathetic. Oh, costume change, gym fit, because I had another point. If he really has the resources to just send you cars, you're going to benefit by dating him. You would benefit more by not telling people where you live.
So yeah, I'm on a date, right? And I ordered 6 different meals, and this man do not want to pay for my food. I don't know why.
Tell me more. Why does he want you to pay for the bill?
And I really didn't have the appetite for anything. He forced me to come to a restaurant. So now I'm here. I ordered 6 different dishes.
Come again, please tell us what you ordered while on this date.
And I got jerk chicken. This one meal. I started eating out the roster pasta.
This is ridiculous. Who orders 6 different things from the menu.
And I got me some oxtails too, but I also wanted me a fried snapper. And this like the pineapple bowl.
Excuse me, ma'am, if you want him to pay for 6 different dishes, how about you eat all 6 of them right in front of him so he can prove that you're not trying to feed your whole family.
And that's his drink. That's my drink. I ain't really like that drink. And he got the 2 liquors. But yeah.
Ma'am, you're not going on a date. Sound like you're trying to grocery shop.
I can eat. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I had got some fried green tomatoes and...
So you turned a restaurant date into a buffet date? Wow, all you can eat, huh?
He like, little lady, you really can't eat. And I'm just like, you invited me out.
See, it's women like you that make it hard for the women who really enjoy going on quality dates with quality men. Because fellas see videos like this, and they be like, wait a minute, I hope this is an isolated situation. I hope y'all all ain't like this. I know you're not, but most dudes don't know that.
I went on the weirdest first date. I went through a really messy breakup, and this was my first date back. Unfortunately, I fall under that category of women that dates losers, who don't take them out on dates, don't spend money on them, and lives in their apartment rent-free, like a potted plant. So when this guy that I meet off of Bumble tells me he's gonna take me to an art museum, I'm jumping for joy at the bare minimum. I get there early. I park, right? He says, let's meet in front of the museum. Okay, fine. And so I'm walking up the hill, right? I'm walking up the hill. It's like a 10-minute walk, and I'm not breaking a sweat because, you know, I go to the gym. I'm standing there waiting for him. There are people walking by, whatever. And I hear behind me, please, God, please let this not be the man that I'm gonna be spending the next couple hours with. Picture this, he arrives, khaki pants, a blue long-sleeved plaid shirt tucked into the khaki pants, and some like boots. Let me show you what I was wearing. This is the outfit. I mean, I'm gonna arrive like this. Business casual versus girl who spends too much time on Pinterest and is 2 pins away from discovering a community that Tumblr in 2013 would have really liked. Yes, it's like the ED Tumblr aesthetic. Sorry, it was kind of a bad joke. Regardless, he also has his keys. There's like 7 keys attached to his belt loop, and every time he walks, he sounds like a Walmart cash register, y'all. I'm like, hey, he's like, hi, I had to walk uphill. Brother, take a beat. This is our first impression. Go to the corner, take a sec. He was like, yeah, I'm fine. Also, I didn't RSVP like for the free tickets. So he's kind of like trying to figure out the ticket situation. I am extremely turned off by this because you've asked me to go on a date. Where are the tickets? Like, let's be a little proactive here. There's only like 1 exhibit here, so we decided to go to the Broad, which is a bigger art museum. While we're in line trying to get the tickets, his phone kind of stops working and he's not able to get the tickets, and so he just kind of rage quits in the middle. And then I'm doing it. Then I get the tickets, whatever, you know? And then I'm like, all right, let's go. And he kind of looks at me like, where do we go? Lead the way, brother. You are the man, please. And so I was like, okay, like, let me lead the way then, princess. And so, you know, I walk, I'm about to open the door, and then I stop, and then he's like, and then I'm like, thanks. And then I walk in. Awkward. After this, we go get a matcha. At this point, I was just trying to give it a really fair shot. You know, I came out on this date. It's my first date back. I'm just trying to make the most of it. He talked about all of his exes, which I thought was a way to kind of make things a little bit more platonic, but that is certainly not what was happening. And then he tells me, oh, I've been pro-Palestine since 2021. You're gonna tell a brown woman? I should have said, oh, only 2021? He then also tells me that he thought that he was bi. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I tried it out on Grindr, but, like, I don't think I'm bi because, like, people on there scared me. He then says, like, oh, I generally never feel connections on a first date, but, like, obviously that's, like, not how I feel now. And I was like, oh, Okay. Also, one of my friends got brought up in conversation who is like a popular content creator, and he started freaking out over the fact that I knew who that was. He literally had to sit down. He was like, I'm so sorry. Honestly, like, I'm just a little bit starstruck right now. Like, he needed a moment. Like, and I was like, dude, oh my God. Like, no. He like started talking about Hassan, and honestly, listen, Hassan is not my type. I can objectively tell you, yes, he's very attractive, but like, if you are a man and you're on a date with a girl that's not feeling you, please don't mention Hassan, because now I'm thinking about Hassan and I'm looking at you. And the date is over. I cut it short because he is like literally like explaining just the plot. He explained the plot to like 4 movies to me, which movie guys, please stay away from me. I'm not renewing my AMC A-list membership for another man. I literally cannot do it. I don't use Letterboxd anymore. I am traumatized. He walks me to my car. I give him one of these, you know, like one armed hug. Then I leave. He texts me 10 minutes after we've parted ways. No, like, oh, it was so nice seeing you, blah, blah, blah. He says, and I quote, P.S. I would have totally gone in for an end of date kiss, but IDK if that was the vibe and I didn't want to give you the ick. Bro, you gave me the ick when you arrived on our date with black specks under each and every nail that you had and white residue in your sideburn. And listen, I nipped it in the bud. I told him I didn't like him. I'll say this, his only crime, being cringe. Is that, you know, it's not the worst thing that you could be as a guy, but I'm just not looking forward to meeting any other men anytime soon. So, yeah.
Ladies, if there's something I've learned, please stop doing too much on a first date. Just be okay. Like, just dress just okay. Like, don't put a lot of effort in it. Okay, I'm not telling you don't get your makeup. It's okay. Like, you see, you meet some certain guys that you really like, and honestly, I believe the first impression is everything. But why do too much, honestly? Okay, the first lady, not to be a hater, but I think she was overdressed, to be honest. Like, she looked like she's going for prom, and that's another thing. That dress, I don't know why, but okay, maybe I'm the one who doesn't wear such dresses, but I think that dress looks like a dress you would go to prom with. I've never been to a prom, but I've seen pictures of proms, and I think that dress is a dress you would go to prom with. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade, you know? I've really learned a lot from this video, by the way. I don't know about you, but I've learned a lot. For example, don't generalize all men into the same category. It's okay to find out who a man is before like disqualifying you. I really agree with that. For the lady who rejected the package, okay, if it was for me, I would have taken the package but still kept an eye on him. Okay, but other people are also saying in the comments, like, there are people who say they will take the package but be careful. Other people are also saying that when you've had so many bad experiences, you tend to like think everything is a red flag, which is true. But please, ladies, please try. Okay, ladies, I know I'm also guilty of that, but please try and not think like that every time. You can miss out on a good man because you think that he's doing something because it's a red flag. Oh, but you can't deny it. It's okay to be hyper vigilant than to be sorry. You know, I agree with that. But most people also sided with her, claiming that if she says it's a red flag, it's a red flag. And I also agree, because if your instincts feel something is not right, it's not right. Don't force it. It's not right. And during a date, within the first 5 seconds, you can always tell if that man is for you or is not for you. Like, if he impresses you or not, you can always tell. So ladies, I don't know whether my voice has changed, but it's because I've moved to a different location because of background noises. So ladies, I was saying, please don't ignore the obvious red flags. Like, if you see this is a red flag, please don't ignore it. For example, the other day, last week, I was supposed to go on a date with someone. Like, we had talked about this day. We had talked that we'd go, blah, blah, blah. And when it came to that day, this man did not say anything. And also, I did not say anything. That's another thing, ladies. Whenever it comes to that day and that man does not say anything, you're not the one supposed to be looking for him. Also, don't say anything. When he ghosts, you ghost. Even you don't care. Please continue talking to your other men. Let me tell you. So yesterday, that man texts me in the evening, claiming, oh, this has really been a hard week for me, but how have you been? So I keep quiet. I had already decided in my head whenever this man will ever reach out to me, I'd never return any message or any call. And that's what I meant. So I responded and I told him, "You're clearly a waste of my time. Please never text me again." He responded claiming, "Oh, my sister had been admitted. I had to go take care of her." And in my head, I'm thinking like, this is not the time you've realized your sister was sick. You could simply pick up your phone, call me. Yes, shit happens. I know shit happens. But at this time, I was not trying to be stupid. Now this is stupidity, not understanding. So you should have picked up your phone and told me, by the way, tomorrow we won't be able to go for what we had planned. What other day can we plan for? Because this and this has happened. You see, that's how mature men talk. But with you, it's like you didn't even have money. Like me. That man annoyed me. And then he claimed that, so you wanted me to leave my sister in the hospital alone? And I'm like in my head, your sister is married. What is her husband doing? Like, your sister has already started becoming a problem and we've not even gone for the first date. Oh, please. In my head, I'm thinking, go marry your sister because you're not out here gaslighting me. So this man starts claiming that, oh my God, so you wanted me to leave my sister in hospital. You see, direct gaslighting. You did not tell me anything. We were supposed to go. You have not communicated, so you expect me to chase you. So I texted back. I told him, I insist, please stop talking. Never talk to me again. And see, and up to now I've not heard from him. So anyway, ladies, you have to stand your ground. Whenever you see a red flag, especially a man who cancels the first date, or a man who starts acting up around the first date, or a man who even doesn't, and then he reaches out later, like, you should be very okay. Oh, please, kick him out. Yes, let him know he messed up. Let him know he doesn't play with your type. Yes, if he has never had a bad day before, let him know he doesn't mess with your type like that. Yes. I wanted to tell him, but I saw it was not. The man for me will never behave like this. That's what I wanted to tell him, by the way, after I listened to Shonda from this video. Ladies, I even wanted to tell him, me, I date men who stand by their words. And you've clearly shown me you're not that man. So please, join the others on the left. Let me tell you, ladies, I was so proud of myself after that. Like, I was so proud of myself because this is a guy that I was really attracted to. But I was really proud of myself after that. Because let these men know they can't mess with you. They can't waste your time. Because that's wasting my time. Because if I had plans or whatever. But you see, the good thing about me is that whenever like a man says, oh, I'll take you out on a date, I never put it in my head. I even like try and forget about it until that day comes and he seems like he's really insisting, like, have you left? That's when I start taking the shower. Because you won't confuse me. That's what I can advise you, ladies. Don't even look forward to it, because these men tend to disappoint you at the last minute. You see, the last minute, that's when they'll tend to tell you, oh, I'm not coming. Oh, this and this happened. Oh, Siji, my grandma's died. Oh, Siji, like this one was telling me, oh, my sister was in the hospital, so I've been with her since Friday. Okay, please, 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 please. You should be talking about rescheduling. In fact, you should be very sorry. You're not even sorry. You're not even apologetic. Like, we are not dealing with men like you in 2025. Like, come on, join the others in the left. Yes, let's deal with the ones in the right next. You see, that's the attitude you have to have. You have to love yourself so much that you don't accept anyone wasting your time or playing about you. Let me tell you, that first date is his first shot to show you he's really serious. And if he misses that first date and even he's not sorry, he's not like, I'll make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. He's not on that tone. Please, just kick him out, kick him to the left, because we are not doing that. We are not doing that. And during a date, I agree with the fact that you really have to be present. Man or woman, you have to be present. Even if it's with your friend, with whoever, you have to be present whenever you're talking to them. Like, don't keep looking at your phone. Even put your phone far away. Don't even put it on the table, like face down. Don't do that. Like, just put your phone away. Like, it's good to be present during conversations. It's good to really be present. Don't waste someone's time, just like you will not want them to waste your time. Don't waste another person's time. And I agree with the fact that whenever you go for a date and that guy stands you up or wastes your time, it's okay to turn that date into a solo date. I really agree with that. I've really learned something new. Turn those dates into solo dates. Take yourself out. And especially if he's following you on social media, then he sees that you really went on that date by yourself, or he'll even think someone else took you. It's okay for him to think that way, because most of these men, whenever they think that there is no competition, they tend to treat you poorly. Let him think there's a competition so that he can struggle. These men, make them chase you. Let them work hard for you. Let them sweat. Nonsense. They have put us through so much. Let them sweat. Don't give up your nini so easily. Even your time, even your presence is divine. Don't give it up so easily. And those men that pretend to know what you want already, they are so controlling. Oh, please, gee, what? Oh, you can have this and this. Me, I don't like such an attitude. When a man acts like that on the first date, you can tell a lot of things, whether he's clean, especially look out for his nails. Me, I tend to look out for the nails if they are dirty. Like that's the first thing that will tell me whether you're a clean guy. Because if you have dirty nails, you're not touching on me. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? And never be afraid to show your real feelings. Like, most women are afraid to show men they're really angry, they do not like it. Like, you keep carrying on, you keep laughing to jokes that are not there. Me personally, I'll just show you it's not even funny. And look at you deep in your eyes, because it's not funny. Like, we are not playing this game. Like, at my age, we're not playing this game. So don't be afraid to show your real feelings or real emotions. And the woman who ordered 6 meals, like, that is crazy. Like, come on. You see, some of us women, also us, we like destroy the game, because how the hell will you go on a date and order 6 different meals? I hope that guy left, because that is insulting. That is insulting. Some of us women need to do better, because what the hell was that? Are you trying to feed the orphans? Some things are very embarrassing. Like, all those 6 plates, will you finish all of them? 6, all of them for you. It's like you're showing that man you've never been to a restaurant. This is your first time, so you're taking that chance to order. Like, you're giving those ghetto vibes. Like, it's so annoying. And another thing, when you're going on a date, please have your own money. If you can't afford to go on that date that man has asked you out on, please don't go. That's another advice I'll give you. If you can't afford to pay for that meal, whenever you go out on that date, don't go. Don't go for a free meal. And something else, never accept money from men that you don't like. Okay, I don't know, maybe that sounds wrong, but yeah, some men will actually give you money and expect something. And some men have even unalived women because they gave them some money. What? Please avoid men's money. Sometimes some of these men's money come with a lot of dark energies, come with a lot of resentments, come with a lot of you owe me, come with a lot of you'll see me when I see you next, like come with a lot of that attitude. So please avoid it. Please avoid it. And the main problem I have with men of this generation is that they want so much for so little. Like, for example, when a man takes you out on a date, he expects you to spread your legs right after. And the bad thing about this is that most men have this mentality. That's the saddest thing. So he wants you to spread your legs right after that date because he took you for some meal, as if you don't eat in your house. So what's special about this? So that's something crazy. And when a man starts giving you such an attitude, please just reimburse part of your expenses to him. Like, pay for your plate. Like, even if just pay for what you ate. Even if you have to send it to him, just send it to him. And then just block him. Let me tell you, leave that man feeling stupid. You leave that man feeling, oh my God, how did I look like? Oh my God, like what? So what I was offering is nothing? Oh my God. You leave that man asking himself questions. And the next time he meets a woman, he won't do that bullshit to her, because he'll always know, like, she can walk away. Let me not stop talking about that. And men that really talk about sex on the first date, blah, 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 those men are such a turn off. They are such a turn off. It's so annoying. Anyway, ladies, I really had fun watching this video. I don't know about you. Hey, this video is more than 1 hour long. But please, ladies, bear with me. Let me tell you, if you reach this point of the video, hey, Aki, you're a real one. Please comment down below with 2 love hearts. Just put 2 love hearts under this video and I'll know you reached this far. I just need to know who really sends. Like, I just need to know. Please, ladies. Anyway, ladies, enjoy your festive season. Enjoy. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, ladies. And then I'll see you on my next video. Bye.